Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha, and today I'm drinking cold Halloween tea.
From Adagio.
From Adagio.
Not Adagio's fault that it's cold, though.
No, it's technology's fault that it's cold. It was really good. Monster Mash black tea with caramel and cream flavors, green sprinkles, and cute little eyeball sprinkles. What are you drinking?
I've got candy apple concoction. It's black tea with apple and caramel flavors, apple pieces, and red sprinkles.
Cute. Our tea is cold because the technology messed up, and we're doing round 2 of this podcast.
Yep, we've already recorded this one.
Exactly. So it's going to
again.
be even better. All right. So what are you reading this week?
So I'm reading My Squirrel Days by Ellie Kemper. And if you don't know who Ellie Kemper is, she is Erin from The Office and also Kimmy Schmidt from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. She's hilarious. It's like a memoir told through essays. Like, it's not like chronologically her life, but she picks a topic and then talks about it. And she's just so funny. She's sarcastic, and I love it.
I really want to read this, and you were telling me some things about The Office, because of course,
yeah,
everyone loves The Office.
And everyone better love The Office.
Exactly. We will find you if you don't. And I just love hearing about her life outside of The Office as well as in The Office. So I think it sounds really good.
What are you reading?
So I am reading Untouched by Elsa S. Amore. And no, that is not on my TBR list. I went off the track this past weekend.
I am not okay with this.
And I just rage picked a book.
We have a set TBR that you need to follow.
I'm going off on my own. Okay. I'm tired, guys. All right. I'm going off on my own. So I found this because I was binging a bunch of Halloween movies and I wanted a paranormal romance because I just got done watching Twilight and I loved Twilight when it was out. I know everyone has their opinions now, but it's nostalgic. And so I decided to look on Amazon for Kindle Unlimited and see if I could find a book. And this is the book I found. It is about angels of death and how when fate tells them it's your time to die, that they come and they take your soul. And if you're not a good person, then they don't take your soul and you get corrupted and taken by witches. Witches are bad in this. And so this girl, I can't think of her name right now, the main character, it's her time to go, and the fallen angel that's chosen to take her, he goes to be around her, and she sees him, and it's not a normal thing for people to be able to see angels of death. And so it strikes up this relationship between them. It's, them trying to figure out why it is that she can see him and what that means. And it's a really interesting book. It's a series. I'm excited to read it and then get back to my TBR list and
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does sound good, especially good for Halloween. So I think it fits.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so there's only one new release this week that we really want to talk about.
Yes.
And it is A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahir Mafi. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm welcome to suggestions on how to say that.
Exactly. We're not very, we're not very good at pronouncing sometimes, and I think that's all right.
Names.
Same.
But anyhow, so we went to BookCon this year, and Tahir Mafi was speaking on a panel about this book. And I know we both really just thought it sounded like a great book. She said that it's not exactly memoir, but it is told from her experiences as a Muslim girl, because that's who the main character is in this book. She's a 16-year-old Muslim girl in the aftermath, like in the year after 9/11, and kind of how, like, what she has to deal with and just in her everyday life. So it sounds really good.
It does sound really good. And speaking of, like, when she spoke at the panel, she was a very great speaker. I know it was a panel of women. I can't remember what the title was.
Yeah.
And I remember what she said. They were talking about, I think someone in the audience asked about broken hearts, and she said that the only broken heart she's ever received were from other women, about, like, friends that she had trusted, and just really, like, hit home for me. I mean, so I'm very excited to read her work.
Yeah.
And she spoke really emotionally passionate about this book.
Yeah.
And how much she was excited for people to read it. So
yeah,
I
so it
cannot
sounds like
wait.
a great one to have on the old TBR.
Oh, definitely. Let us know any new releases you're excited about. Tweet at us, comment below. Because we always are looking for new books to add to our TBR list.
Yeah. Ever-growing TBR list.
Oh, exactly. Never-ending TBR list.
All right. So, aside from books, which we buy a lot of, we like to buy bookish things. And, just everyone likes to treat themselves.
Exactly.
So, what did you buy this week?
So this week, it's bookish, but I also, whenever I'm buying like props, I think of like what I can use in like photos for like our blogs and stuff like that. So I found these camera socks. They have a bunch of old cameras on them. I'm gonna pull up a picture right now. They have and I was shopping at Hy-Vee, our local grocery store, and I saw them, and they're from Two Left Feet Sock Company, and they were the only size left, and of course they were my size, so I had to grab them.
They're adorable.
Yes, they're so cute, and I can't wait to do like a sock Sunday with them. And then I also went to an antique shop in Cedar Falls, Iowa, called the Rusty Bucket, and it's owned by Tim Haw, and he has like all of these old antiques that are just great for like if you love like decorating your house and old antiques, or also like we like to use them in our pictures. So he has old keyboards, he has old like wooden signs, he has this
typewriters.
I
want one.
Yes, I want an older one. I have like a newish one, but I really want one of those old style ones. And he also has this wall of old cameras, and I'm obsessed with cameras. I want a ton on my shelves, so I picked up a couple there, and you'll see them in my picture soon. I think I might do a picture with those socks and just all the cameras I own around it.
That would be awesome.
So yeah, that's what I bought. What about you?
So this past weekend I went back home, and when we go back home, all of us girls get together and go around to the different shops. Mostly secondhand shops, and we always tend to find really good books. So anyhow, I found The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, because I did not have a copy, and I hear everyone talk about how great it is. And so now I have a copy, and I have no excuse not to read it. And then I also found Uncommon Type by Tom Hanks, and he's one of my favorite actors ever, so I had to get it.
That sounds really... both of them sound really good. I haven't actually heard of either of them, to be completely honest. Okay, speaking of like treating ourselves, I know that we both got some exciting mail this week. So what did you get in the mail this week?
So I do get a lot of books every week, but my favorite thing this week was a giant box of ARCs from Fierce Reads. I think they send them out every season to different bloggers and stuff. But this box included The Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. And I'm so excited. She wrote Daughter of the Pirate King, and that was really good. And this is her new book about Vikings, I believe.
Okay.
Either way, it looks awesome, and I can't wait to read it.
So I just bought Daughter of a Pirate King, so I'm a little behind. But I'm very excited to read, because I've heard such good things about her writing. So I'm really excited to read that, and then I'll have to just add this one also and borrow it from you and add it to my TBR list. That sounds great. We also got Paper Gang this week, which is so exciting. Paper Gang is, if you don't know, is a subscription service. It's stationary. It's located over in,
I think it's in the UK.
And each box is curated and designed by an artist.
Yep.
And
different artists
every month. And never the same theme, never the same stuff in it.
Yeah.
And it's so unique, and we both love stationery. And this month's theme was dinosaurs.
Oh, they were so cute.
Yes, it came with a little enamel pin that was a little dinosaur.
Breathing fire.
Oh, it was so cute. And then I enjoyed
it's like a week at a glance layout
desk
thing.
pad.
Yeah, like a desk pad. Yep.
Yeah, I really like that. The two other things I like about Paper Gang is that you get a card in most of them, which is, I never have a card at home.
Yep.
And it's so nice now. I have so many cards that I can just like, oh, it's a birthday. Oh, I forgot,
I got one for my birthday this year.
Yeah, and they're so unique. You don't ever sit and and they're always so cute and carefully crafted. And then I also love the little calendar you get.
Yes.
I put it up at work, and I just think it's so adorable.
I like to describe Paper Gang as like the best stationery stuff from the dollar spot at Target. Because you always go in and there's everything, and everything is like some things are on theme and some things aren't. But Paper Gang, it's like they take all the best kind of things that you would get there in a theme and put it in a box.
Exactly. And it's so unique. Like, it's not like you can go out to the store and buy this stuff.
Right. No one else is going to have it.
Exactly. I really enjoy that subscription service. I've done it for almost a year, and this is your second box, correct?
Yep.
And so I'm excited to see what else comes
I
up.
know. I was just checking today to see if they'd announced the theme for next month.
I love when they announce the theme and they announce the artist they're working with. Actually, the YouTuber that got me into Paper Gang is Arden Rose.
Okay.
She is from California, and she's maybe a lifestyle, but she's very like, I want to say hipster. I'm probably sure she doesn't appreciate that, but I really enjoy her. I enjoy her style. I enjoy and she was doing a box, and just the way she curated it was so cute, amazing. So that's when I started, and then I found out that it was different each month, and I was like, okay, I'm hooked.
Yeah, I was hooked after I saw yours for a couple months, and I was like, okay, I need this now, obviously.
Well, this week is Spooky Week because it's October, Halloween's coming, and we figured we'd do Spooky Week early so everyone has time to read all of the spooky suggestions that we have.
And watch all the things.
Watch all of the Halloween things, even though, it's okay to get scared. It's okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
Really side note, real quick, there was a clown spotted in Cedar Falls.
No.
I really hope, please don't make this a thing again. I can't handle this.
What are you people doing?
That's one, it's scary. Two, it's probably very unsafe for you because I would not react okay if I saw a clown just staring at me.
Oh, no.
Oh,
that needs
also,
to stop.
I need to tell this scary experience. I know we were talking, but since we're on it, I'll do it this week since it's Spooky Week. I used to work in a mall, in the mall in Waterloo, and at Icing, which is like the adult Claire's, our walls were all windows. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. Felt like a fish in a fish tank. So around Halloween, this person dressed up in this costume, and I don't know what it was. It was like a yellow creature, and they just stood.
No.
They walked over, and first we thought it was a joke. So we're like, okay, we obviously know this person. And then they
weren't alone.
No, it was me and another girl, but it was me and another girl.
Still, yeah.
And so they just stood and stared at us and wouldn't leave. And it was like an hour and a half. So finally, like she's now married, but was dating a cop and now married to him. And she finally called him because we didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know like how to react.
No,
so finally, like after he came up there, like the person took off. But it was like creepy. Like why is that okay?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, but I would get way bored. Like 5 minutes of like trying to creep someone out, and I would laugh. Like, okay, not even 5 minutes. I would laugh. There's no way I could just like have a straight face staring at someone.
Yeah.
But also, I would get bored.
Yeah, how dedicated are you?
Go home now.
This is boring. We're not doing anything. Like, these girls are obviously just like freaked out.
Well, and I would only do that to somebody I knew too. You know what I mean?
Or like be like, just kidding and take off the mask. None of that happened.
It would last for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the joke's over. An hour and a half seems a little crazy.
Exactly. Ugh. Okay. So, scary books that you've read.
So, my most recent scary, like actual scary book, because I read thrillers and they're creepy, but they're more suspenseful. But Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant is about killer mermaids.
Ooh.
And it was terrifying. It really was scary. So it's about the ship that had gone out into the Mariana Trench to film a mockumentary about killer mermaids. And they didn't return. No one came back alive. The ship was found floating a few weeks later, and no one knows what happened, except there was some footage of killer mermaids and, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
So a few years later, they decide to have another trip to go back out and find out what happened to that crew of people and if there really is killer mermaids out there. So
that sounds so
creepy
good.
And it's so good. It's so good.
Well, it's like when I think of mermaids, I think The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, no.
So it's like The Little Mermaid, only evil.
They're terrifying. teeth. And, yeah.
That sounds so good, though. I'm like, oh, I want to read that.
It's good.
I'm still hesitant to read scary things, but Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendara Blake was a very scary but good read about ghosts and a guy who kills them.
He hunts them, kind of like Supernatural.
Yes, like Supernatural. Cass Lowood, and then he runs into Anna, and he's never faced a ghost like her before.
Yeah,
and so
something's different.
Exactly, and so he's like really stumped, and he tries, and that's what the book is like, him trying to figure out what's so different about this ghost.
Right.
And we've both read it. You've read the second one.
Yes.
And that's on my TBR list. Maybe I will put it towards the front since it is October and spooky week. But yeah, I really enjoyed that book, and we also really enjoyed.
I don't think that one's quite as scary as Killer Mermaids.
No, also Killer Mermaids just scare me. Also because they're in the ocean, which also scares me.
Yeah. So books we're looking forward to, scary books that we're looking forward to.
Yes, definitely.
One is Little Darlings. It's by Melanie Golding. It doesn't come out until April of next year, but we both just requested it on NetGalley.
Yes.
Because it sounds so creepy and good.
So creepy. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure. So it's about a lady who has twins. She has newborn twins. She's still in the hospital. And she sees someone try and take her babies. And she thinks whoever it is trying to replace the babies with something. No one believes her. Everyone thinks she's crazy. But then a month later, she's at the park with the babies, and they get taken.
Yes.
And replaced with something that looks just like her babies, but she knows isn't.
Exactly. And so now it's her trying to find her babies and show that these things aren't her kids.
So it sounds thoroughly creepy. I mean, creepy kids.
Exactly.
Man.
You think of The Shining, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think when I think of creepy kids. I mean, remember we went to Chicago for our first book con. There was this hallway that looked like it was from The Shining.
Yeah, it looked like we were going to look down the hallway and see a couple twins and a bunch of blood.
So that's what I think of when creepy kids are in it, then...
Creepy kids, and this book has got twins, so...
Yeah, so it just must be a thing.
Yep. So that's one to add to your TBRs. Like I said, not out till April 2019, but Little Darlings by Melanie Golding.
Yeah, keep an eye out for it. So speaking of scary things... Again, still spooky, but what we like to watch some Halloween movies every
and by
year.
we, you mean you, because I need to get into that tradition.
But a lot of these movies you introduced me to. I just keep up the tradition of watching them.
Yeah.
So my favorites are Scream, and The Craft from like the 90s horror. I really enjoy that. Hocus Pocus, The Covenant, Halloween Town. You haven't seen The Covenant.
I haven't.
And The Covenant is about the Salem witch trials produced 5 heirs. And the 4 of them live in this town and they have powers. So basically at 13, they get a taste of these powers. And at 18, they ascend. And when they ascend, the power becomes very addictive because it's easy to do. You can do anything. But the only problem with that is, and why they don't have any families really, is because once you use the power too much, your body deteriorates. So you might be young you might be only 30, but you're going to look way older than you are because you've used so many powers. And so it's basically about how they are living their lives going to ascend and what this means for them. It's so good. And plus it also helps that like all the guys are really hot. It's the one guy from Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I never watched that.
Oh my God, I'm talking to the wrong person. Okay, everyone, I'm talking to you all. It's the one guy from, let me just pull it up. It's the one guy from Friday Night Lights. You would know this one. It's, he plays Chance Crawford. He plays, in Gossip Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Nate.
Yep.
It's Taylor Kitsch. He plays in Friday Night Lights and Battleship. It's Stephen Strait. He was in 300 BC or 10,000 BC, and he was in Sky High. So I'm just talking to everyone else out there because Elizabeth's eyes have glazed over. So it has a really hot cast. They take off their shirts. Come on, they're on the swim team, so they're wearing those little Speedos. Yes, I'm in for it. I'm here for it. Halloween Town from Disney. If you don't know what that is, look it up.
I've seen that one. I know I've seen
that one.
It's
so cute. Like Halloween Town. Come on. Casper with Devon Sawa, who was my crush when I was little.
I love Casper.
I do too. It's such a good movie. But I always cry.
Yep.
Addams Family.
Yep.
I love Addams Family Values though better.
Yes.
That's the one with Fester gets married?
Yes.
And I really enjoy that one. They get to send to camp.
Yes.
Oh God, it's so good.
I do like that one. It's been a while since I watched it though.
See, this is why we should have movie nights with Halloween movies.
I do.
And then the last one I wrote down was embarrassing, judge me, the Scooby-Doo real life movies.
Hey, nothing to judge.
Because they go to Spooky Island, okay, so it counts. But my boyfriend hates them, so I have to watch them by myself because he says they're stupid. But I think that they're just like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
What are your favorite like scary movies if you could name some?
So The Strangers messed me up. I watched it in college and I remember running from my car to my dorm room for years because I thought there was going to be someone in a mask behind me.
Well, because it could happen.
And like if I was in my apartment by myself or my dorm room by myself, I was like freaked out there's going to be someone in a mask. That movie messed me up.
Yeah.
So it's probably because of that I really like campy movies that are supposed to be scary, but they're really ridiculous, like Three-Headed Shark Attack.
Yes.
We watched that a few months ago at my mom's house, and I just love it. I love that stuff. I love to laugh at the scary rather than be terrified of it for years.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think of this one that always makes me laugh. It was on Netflix. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh my God.
If you ever want to just laugh because it is just so ridiculous. They're trying so hard to be scary, but it's so ridiculous. It's a great movie. You should watch that one. Okay, so like what about TV shows? Like what TV show would you classify as like scary that you've watched recently?
So I know we both watched Stranger Things.
Yes, Stranger Things.
I think that's considered scary because I can't let my kids watch it without having them have nightmares for weeks.
And I heard some people said it was pretty creepy. For me, I was so excited because of the whole like they haven't ever said like a timeline, I think, but it's like 80s.
It's a very nostalgic
It's a very nostalgic feeling. Kind of feels like Goonie-esque a little bit. And so
except more scary.
Except scarier. Some people did find the Goonies scary though.
My kids, we couldn't get through the whole movie.
And I stayed up all night when it came out and just binged it all the way through. And I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the second season, and they better never cancel it.
It really is so good. The only thing is the kids are growing up too fast.
I know.
So
they need to just like keep them in high school, and then college, they all have to stay there.
Have like a fast forward or something in the timeline.
Exactly.
But we need more.
Exactly. I just thought of another one that's like, it just reminds me of the new It movie.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, but you've seen the old one, and we both love the old one.
I do. I love it until the end.
Yeah,
I hate the end. But I love the movie.
Yes, so we need to watch the new one because it's a very Stranger Things,
like kids
Goonies vibe of like banding together to like defeat, but it's just like it's so good, and I would say it's scarier. The clown is scarier. At one point he does I don't want to tell people my fear. I don't like when people run at you.
Yeah.
And the clown does the run at you thing.
No.
Ooh, man. And even, so I was watching the kids do an interview, and they said that they had never seen the guy in makeup.
Oh my God.
And so the first time they see him is real, genuine reactions because they've never seen him and never seen him act like that.
Oh my God. Those poor kids.
Right? Nightmares.
And their poor parents.
Oh, exactly. Oh gosh. So I think they're okay, and it's one of the same actors as Buns.
Oh, that's right. Yep. His name is Finn something.
Yes.
I can't think of his last name.
Me either, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then there was another show that you watched a little bit of episodes from?
Black Mirror. I've seen certain episodes. My friend watches it and she's like, hey, here's some good episodes. Because I guess there's some that are super weird. The first episode you're not supposed to watch until you've already watched some. So you're not too weirded out.
Yeah.
Something about pig people.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. But either way, yeah, the episodes are like scary technology. Like how scary technology can get. There's one that has the rating system.
Yep.
Every person you interact with can give you a rating, and then your overall rating determines like your job and your relationships and everything in your life. So that just seems, it's too close.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people say when something weird happens in real time that, oh, that's so Black Mirror, oh, that's so, and I'm like, okay, I really need to watch this so I know what they're talking about.
There's another one too where everything is recorded. It must be some kind of memory. I can't remember how, like, the mechanics of it, but everything is recorded, and then you can go back and watch things that you've done. You can go back and watch all of your memories and all this stuff.
Weird.
And so it's the fighting of the couples because, you know, this is how this one saw it and this is how this one saw it, and it's messed up.
Oh, yeah. That sounds creepy. I just thought of another one, Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched that because I
haven't
read the book.
Because the concept of it is terrifying, and it's infuriating. If I can't even...
It's another one that's too close to home,
Exactly. That's like my point exactly, is that I don't think I could handle it without just freaking out on it.
I think I want to read the book first to kind of like temper the mood. I know it's going to happen, and then you watch the show and you're like, okay, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm ready to be mad.
I was watching Dan and Phil's mukbang the other day, and Phil said he was watching Handmaid's Tale, and it was so depressing that he had to shut it off and watch The Office because it's too real, and it's just like I think it just it makes you mad inside that it's fake, but it could feel so real. So I don't know if I'll be able to watch it for a while.
Yeah,
I might also try to read the book.
Yeah, that might help. Maybe.
Oh gosh, so you are a big fan of villains.
I am. I love villains.
I love. Calm down over there, Ravenclaw. A little bit of Slytherin.
A little bit of Slytherin. Mostly Ravenclaw, you know.
Yeah, mostly Ravenclaw. Mostly Gryffindor. Maybe a little bit of
Slytherin. I feel like I have a little bit of Hufflepuff too.
Is there like something you can take where it's like rates you on like?
Yes, there
really?
is. And I know I've done it.
We'll have to do
and
that.
I'm always either Ravenclaw Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw Slytherin. So.
I'll have to figure out because I've always just been straight up Gryffindor, so can't relate right now.
But yes, I do. I love villains. I love the backstory of villains. I love just finding out why they are the way they are.
How'd they get here?
How did they get to be so evil?
Yeah.
What happened?
Who's your favorite book villain?
So I'm really basic, and I like the Darkling from the Grisha trilogy. He's hot, and I feel like he's got some redeeming qualities, and he's just great. You have to read it.
I was gonna say, I've got the glaze over look because I own all these books, but I haven't read them yet.
They're so good.
I think I just need to hunker down one weekend and just like rage read all of them and catch up.
Yes.
So I know what you're talking about. This was a little hard for me to figure out what my favorite book villain is because again, like a true Gryffindor, I don't really like villains. I like the heroes and blah blah blah. So I picked Nagini. So the new Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. If you haven't watched this, I'm gonna say spoilers if you're a Harry Potter fan, you probably already known about it. The backstory of Nagini is gonna come out in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the Griswold trials.
Grimwald.
Did I say Griswold? Oh my god. Griswold Family Vacation. Okay. Yep. Sick. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna be able to
Grindelwald.
Grindelwald.
Not
Griswold, for the love of God.
But wait, then we said Grimwald.
That's just a made up word.
We're fans. Promise.
I am. It's
so late.
And we've run out of tea. So I picked Nagini because I want to hear her backstory. She's a very interesting character in the Harry Potter series just because a snake you wouldn't think a snake would be able to do all the things Nagini could. And for the longest time I thought it was a curse or something that Voldemort put on her or on it, but I don't think that explains enough. And so I think in these movies they're going to actually explain her origin story, which you're right. It is very interesting, just like Voldemort. We would love to know his origin story. I mean, we get glimpses of it, but not enough.
We get some Tom Riddle, but yeah, I just feel like he would be a good one to. I need to find out why he is the way he is.
Exactly, and same with Grindelwald. I hope that we find out more about why he is the way he is, because he's another villain that's very interesting.
Yeah,
but there also are villains that are awful.
There's one villain.
There's awful. One villain. So she loves villains, and I don't like them, but I don't hate them. But there is one that we can agree is awful. You want to say it together?
Yes.
Umbridge.
She's awful.
She is the worst.
I can't see any redeeming qualities.
No.
She's violently mean to children. And you just can't forgive that.
And it's just the way she acts better than and higher than, but also making absolutely no sense. It's just, you just want to scream every single time she says or does something, because
she's terrible.
Exactly. I just can't. And I don't know, maybe someone else can explain it to us, like why they hate Umbridge, but I mean, I think she's worse than Voldemort.
Yes. Even though, I mean, to be fair, Voldemort tried to kill Harry when he was a baby.
Exactly.
So that's trying to hurt children too.
But she tortures children.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's no explaining away trying to kill a child, so I'm not even going to go there.
There isn't. But I don't know why, but she is just awful.
She's the worst. I want to know about Voldemort and his backstory, and I don't care.
I guess as a character, we don't care about Umbridge, but as a character development, we want to know more about Voldemort.
Yes.
So maybe it's just the fact that she's annoying and she doesn't have enough
good things about her.
Yeah, or not even good things. Voldemort doesn't have any good things. She's not interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
She's a very linear a flat character, and it's like, I don't like you.
She's just there to mess things up.
Exactly.
What else are you doing, Umbridge? Like, what's your end game here?
Exactly. And there's another villain of the Harry Potter series that I really don't understand. We are in a bunch of like Facebook groups and nerd groups, and everyone's in love with Gilderoy Lockhart, and I just don't get it. I don't get it.
No. I don't like arrogance, and I think that's my biggest issue with him. He's just so arrogant, and he's selfish, and that's all he wants is fame.
Exactly.
Like, what?
He doesn't have any redeeming qualities about himself.
No.
At least, like, Snape.
Yeah.
He's trying to do some good.
And he's trying to do what he thinks is the right thing.
Exactly. And maybe we're missing something, but if someone could explain that to us, that'd be great.
Maybe it's the actor.
Understand it. That could be, but I don't find him attractive.
No, and it's not even attractive. I mean, he's really good at playing Lockhart.
He's very good at playing Lockhart. I will give them that. I think all the characters are very good at playing their characters. But I don't get the attraction that a lot of people have with him.
No. I mean, he's not. I don't even know if I would call him a villain, and he's not one of the worst ones. But he's just annoying.
Yeah, I think he's very annoying. The last thing I kind of want to bring up was our fears, since it is spooky week.
Ooh, yes.
Let's just get all scared at the end of this podcast.
All right. Well, I'm scared of the dark.
Yes. I was going to say, I think we're afraid of the same things. I am also afraid of the dark.
But it's not just the dark. I think it's the unknown. I'm afraid of the unknown. I would be terrified in space because I wouldn't have like a wall to put my back on. So I can't see. And like same with open water. I don't like the unknown.
Yes.
So the dark is the unknown.
Yes. And I think with anything, I'm afraid of the threats that are out there. Because with the dark, you can't see. With the ocean, you can't see. Well, I mean, with space, I don't think I'll ever be in space. But with space, you can't see. It's very much, if I don't feel secure and safe, then it's like not okay. So I definitely don't like any of that stuff as well.
If I can put my back against a wall, I feel a little bit safer.
Exactly.
And I can't do that in the water. I can't do that in space. And even in the dark, you can do that, but then you can't see what's coming after you.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I definitely am the one who like leaves the porch light on and
we always keep lights on in the house.
Exactly.
We've got cell phone lights out, everything.
Well, you guys all have to let us know like what your fears are, because I know there's a lot of fears out there that like Like, I saw this one, like, someone's afraid of whales. Like, you know, there's other things that people are afraid of that, you know.
Spiders?
Yeah, spiders.
I don't like spiders.
I don't like spiders. Small ones don't bother me. I just kill them.
I don't like any of them.
Sorry,
They're
people
creepy
who don't do that.
and crawly. And I will only kill them if I'm the only adult and my kids are afraid. Otherwise, I make someone else do it for me.
Cup over it if it's on the ground. If not, I spray it with my hairspray. And then it falls on the ground, and I put a cup on it.
I just don't want to see them move, really.
I don't like the ones that move fast. I don't like anything that moves fast.
I'm getting creeped out.
Okay, we're done. We can't talk about scary things anymore because I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Now we're going to have to put on The Office so it makes us happy again. Yes. And then we'll...
Because The Office cures all.
It does. Everyone, if you haven't watched The Office, go watch The Office. It does cure all. All right, we better get going. We've got more tea to drink and books to read. You can find us on our social medias. I'm Samantha McCombs on Twitter, Bookish State of Mind on Instagram, and my blog is samanthamacombs.com/bookishstateofmind.
All right, and then you can find me on Instagram as Bookish Connoisseur, on Twitter as Bookish Buff, and then my blog is bookishconnoisseur.com.
Yep, and thanks for listening. Give us your notes, tweet at us, let us know what you think. Go follow our Life in Books social medias. Yes. We have Twitter, we have Instagram, so we can, connect with everybody who loves bookish things as much as us.
Yes, and give us book recommendations.
Definitely.
We always want to add more books to the TBR.
Exactly. That is our goal, is to just always have a TBR list full of books.
Yay.
All right, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Here are some of the bloopers from this week's episode. Enjoy!
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries. All right. Here we go again. Second time around.
Vu.
Because Samantha is angry and hates technology. So now we're recording on 2 systems because I ain't playing this game anymore. And it's 10:40 at night.
Oh, goddamn.
On a Tuesday. I also did notice I was loud, so I'm going to lean back a little bit. I think I have a louder voice than you. Weird.
What? Weird.
Our tea is cold, so just bear with us. My heart is cold. It's cold in here.
Tea's cold like my heart.
Me, yes. Oh my God, I'm so annoyed. I hate technology, and that's my job.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for this? Ready to do this?
Dog.
Well, do this.
So there is a book out this week, correct? Nope.
No. It's in...
Pause. Pause. Okay, ready? It's like... I have to pee. It's like I keep making the same mistakes over and over again. It's like I'm living my day in repeat.
It's Groundhog's Day. Oh my God. I have to pee. Do you want to pause?
No, okay. I'm not touching that software.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to make any more mistakes. Okay. I think we are going to talk about it at the end.